Hello, everyone. For this week's discussion post, I will be talking about the RoboCop movie, which is a movie that I grew up as a child that I feel like was inspired by scientific discoveries and things in the past. So, for those that don't know, RoboCop is a movie about a man who is a cop. He ends up dying. A scientific company ends up bringing him back to life as a robot, and he ends up going on a tear, um, protecting the city. They program it to protect and serve and do things by the right way, but sometimes he will have relapses and think of things that he did as a human. And whenever they felt like that he wasn't doing the things they were supposed to, the guy that created him tried to kill him because he felt like that the robot was getting out of hand. The RoboCop was getting out of hand, and in the end, he prevails. But I feel like that movie was inspired by scientific discovery because of the things we learned in last week, week 4, the transhumanism, which talks about uh, medicines and prosthetic limbs or things like that to better improve humans on things that they cannot control. And I feel like that movie was inspired by that because, here's a movie about a man who has died and has been rejuvenated back to life. And when I think about that, I say, that's interesting. So I feel like they go back to the transhumanism idea. That's a thing that's an idea that's been around for a long time. And RoboCop wasn't made until 1987 or sometime around there. So when I think about that, I see like they were inspired by things that the transhumanism and those people that believe in that the ideals. Um, if you give someone prosthetic limbs, you bring them back to life, you enhance their life, bring them back from the dead, things of that nature. Those are kind of things they believe in because those are things that people cannot control on their own. The scientific discoveries, doing research on these things is what allow these things to happen. And so when I see that, I say, okay, but that's not always a good thing. RoboCop was meant to be a good thing. Here's a man that they brought back to life. He's gonna do good for the city. He was dead. They brought him back. He's gonna do good for the city. He's gonna protect and serve. But then at some point, the human element, takes over. And I start to question that, like, so the transhumanism, they want to do good things, but as I said in my last week's discussion, what happened whenever they feel like they can't control those prosthetic limbs or whatever, they gave the human, they cannot control what they're doing. So that's what the RoboCop movie is kind of like. It kind of that idea, that they created something, they kind of lost control, they tried to destroy it, but yet they're not able to destroy it, they can't control it. And in the end, in the RoboCop movie, in the end, they ask him what his name is, and he states his name is Murphy, which was the human's original name before he died. And so I feel like that movie is just inspired by scientific discoveries of bringing people back from the dead and rejuvenating life. And RoboCop was a machine, so that's almost like giving them the prosthetic limbs and things of that nature, so that they can continue to live. So that's my discussion for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it.